GTA 4, we're doing the armor and weapon locations, AA Gamer for Life. This is the order in which they are in the video. So if you're looking for anything in particular, just jump to that part of the video. Okay, first minute or so, I'm just going to show you where the NRG 900 bike is. Uh, Doing the stunt jumps, pigeons, and whatever, if you're starting the game off and you like to have this bike, saved in one of your parking areas. Um, This bike has been there every time I've gone down there. Sometimes it may not spawn, so I just drive to the other end of the runway and then drive back, and the bike has always been there. I've never had it not been there. Uh, just once it wasn't there, but none of the vehicles were, so I just drove to one end of the runway like you're seeing here and then drove to it. It's really at the bottom of the tower, and the bike is always there. Obviously, this has nothing to do with armor or weapons, but if you need the bike or you'd like to have it, this is where you can find it. So just a quick minute here to show you where the bike is. And yes, you gotta drive out of here with 4 stars, but anyway, this is where the bike is always at. So if you want a bike, just head down there. I don't know, it seems like every time you need the bike, you can never find it. Anyway, this one location is one of my main spots for armor. I don't usually, I've never been to the ammo store once through the playthrough of Grand Theft 4 as Nico. Just at the very end of the game where I'm doing the end mission, Jacob is not available. And just, I had over $1 million, so I didn't really care. But in the beginning part of the game, you don't have any money, and not that you need a whole lot of weapons, but armor is something, and it's right on if you open up the map, it's on the right side, this little junkyard. So this is kind of like my main area. So I've been there multiple times to get armor, and I'm going to show you a few other locations, but what I do is that junkyard, that's kind of where I go to every time for armor. I'll just, in the beginning part of the game, later when we get up into Bohan, there's a spot up there that I always go to get armor. And basically, I just put a way marker there and then have a taxi take me there and then just go to my safe house to save the game. Okay, we're still in Broker, and on the top of this building is another armor vest up here. I definitely would recommend bookmarking this video. If you're playing the game, you can just come back and search out some of these things. Pretty much the only items that I've really ever done as far as looking for pickups is the very beginning of the game. I needed some pistol ammo because I was searching off for the pigeons and didn't really have any money to spend for it, so I sought out some of the pistol locations, and then I'm going to show you where the combat pistol is just for video purposes. But throughout the game, once you start rolling missions and you're collecting cars and you're doing the crimes and, whatever, enemy or weapons off the enemy dead is pretty much just does you up, but not all the time do you need to go see Jacob or to an ammo store. You just need armor, so that's why knowing the armor locations is a good thing. Now this one right here in Bohan, this is my main spot. When you're dating, Carmen, and your safe house is here too. Once you lose Roman's safe house in Broker, you're up here in Bohan. And this spot is where I've gotten like 80% of all my armor because your safe house is right here. And then later on, when you're doing the text cars for Stevie, and you're dating Carmen or whatever. Okay, now in Algonquin, this is pretty much my other main 2 spot, mostly because I just remember it. And all I would do is, like, if I finish a mission or whatever, I would just have a taxi, zig me right to this spot. And just north of here is the RPG location as well. So if I used up some RPGs, I would just collect this armor, just run up the way here in the water. There's a big rock out there. The later part of the video will show you where all the RPGs are. And like I was mentioning, armor and RPG and grenades are, not that armor is very expensive, but if you went to the ammo store, I think they're like $1,000 a vest. I don't know, that's just too much money to be spending on armor. So knowing where the locations are. Now, I was out at the Statue of Happiness, Statue of Liberty, whatever, and I was collecting pigeons out here, and there just happened to be a vest out here. So if you happen to be out here and you need some armor, just remember that they're in the corner. There's a vest there, so uh, I don't think I've ever collected it. You know, obviously I'm not going to take a trip all the way out there just to get armor when I've showed you some of the key spots already. But anyway, there's an armor vest out here if you need one. So later on in the game, when you get the assault rifle, that would be like the three-leaf clover. You're doing that bank job for the Packy and the crew there. The assault rifle comes available, and then Jacob will have that to sell. But you most likely have picked that up, and then I'm going to show you some of the locations of the assault rifle as well. So the only time I seek out Jacob for ammo is when I need assault rifle. It's your main weapon pretty much once it comes available. When the firefights are getting heavy, you're pretty much going to be using that assault rifle. So I'd give Jacob a call and just re-up my ammo through him, and then if I needed a vest, I'd buy one. But if I'm in a firefight or for whatever reason I lost armor and I didn't need to get ammo, I would just seek out one of these spots and get a vest. And I couldn't really blame anybody for going to an ammo store. Once you start making money as Nico, you don't really have anything to buy. So, okay, right here in Alderney, this is like a block south of the Lost Clubhouse. And right there you see the mission for Derek. Okay, this is my main spot in Alderney, just mostly because I remember it, playing the Lost and Dam or whatever. I just remember this little spot here for some reason, and anytime I'm in a firefight and I need armor and I don't need ammo, this is where I would go. But you take the time to, get Jacob as a friend, and his prices are much, much cheaper than an ammo store. So the one thing, Jacob does not sell the RPG. So, but exception at the very end of the game where I'm doing that, forget exactly, out of commission or whatever. Basically, when you're doing the very end mission where you're going to get Dimitri or Pegarino or whatever, Jacob's not available, so I'll just go to the store and just buy what I need to up my ammo for that fight that's going to happen, because it takes you up to that old casino at the very top of Alderney, and it's a hell of a firefight. And just to save time, and like I said, you're at the end of the game, you got $1 million, you're not buying nothing, so screw it. But throughout the game, I pretty much find my armor out and about and around. So, and then when it comes to any of the particular weapons, for instance, the pistol, when you get the heavy combat pistol, and every time you walk over a regular pistol, it just gives you ammo. So I got like 1,500 rounds for that pistol, and throughout firefights, I'll kind of mix up my weapons as much as I can, but the assault rifle gives you the biggest zoom, or the best zoom, whatever you want to call it. The pistol gives you a little, the SMG gives you a little zoom when you click in your right stick, but the shotgun gives you basically nothing. So, but the assault rifle gets you a lot of zoom, exception of a sniper rifle. But and that M4, whatever that assault rifle is, that's pretty much my my main weapon when it's getting heavy. You need the hard hitting power of that assault rifle, so that's kind of the way that goes. All right, so that was the last of the armor vest all over the cities. I would definitely, like I said, bookmark this video if you're playing the game. This way, you're out and about, you need to know where some armor vests are. That'd be the best way. Okay, now I'm in the very beginning of the game, and I needed some pistol ammo because I'm collecting the pigeons. I haven't even done, the second or third mission for Roman. I'm just out and about looking for pigeons. So And I got no money and I got no ammo, so I needed to seek out some pistols. So right here in Bohan, you'll see in a second exactly where we are in the map. We just came out the door. You went up that building, third floor, whatever. There's a pistol on the ground there. Okay, down here in Broker, on the water's edge, there's like this round silo-looking building. The one thing about this game, when you're trying to collect your 100%, get the key to the city and all that, you know, there's just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. You know, the friends are constantly calling you, hey, let's go eat, let's go drinking, let's go see a show, all that. And you can't say no, so you have to say yes and then call them back and cancel the plans. That's the way this game works. So now, Roman's got his special ability. You unlock it, the cab service, and that has definitely come into play throughout the course of the game or playthrough. Sometimes you're just out and about and you can't find a damn cab, so I'll give him a call. And then pretty much the one that gets used all the time is Jacob. I mean, he's got the cheap weapons and you need that. So it's not so much you buy the weapons from him because you've already collected them, but you just need to get the ammo, and he's got the cheap stuff, so that's who you wind up calling. I mean, Brucey's got a helicopter ride, which I've never used. Packy's got like a bomb thing for a car, which I never used. Alright, so after collecting several regular pistols, I'm going to go off and collect a heavy combat pistol. It's really worth the time to get. This is one of the unique jumps up here in Bohan. You just make the first jump into the center broken piece of the road here. Make sure you hit the brakes hard. And right there is the pistol on the roadway. Now, once you collect it, as long as you you walk over, you know, any pistol, it'll give you ammo, but I would not do this until after you do that mission for Dimitri where you unlock the ammo stores. So basically when you get the MAC-10 or the little Uzi pistol, whatever it is, then go off and get the combat pistol because he gives you a pistol, and if you have the combat pistol before that, you'll just lose it. So wait till after that mission and then go get the combat pistol, and then you'll be fine. After that mission, I went and got this pistol, and I had it ever since and never been an issue. There's no silenced weapons in this game, so it's not an issue. So alright, so right there by the construction, right across from where the UL pager dude or whatever missions are, right across the street from that is the other location of the heavy combat pistol. Okay, now when it comes to the shotgun, you didn't really need to do much. A couple of missions will unlock that, but I wanted some shotgun ammo, so I saw Jacob, and I bought the little pump shotgun, got max ammo, and then I went off and found the combat shotgun. Now up here at the Triangle Club, the strip club, you know, it's on the map. You have no trouble finding that. In the manager's office is a shotgun. You can walk in there, totally pick it up, but then just make sure you unequipped it before walking out, so your hands are just up, and then walk out, and then you got the shotgun. Okay, FYI though, if you use up all your ammo and this gun is not available, you will not be able to buy ammo from Jacob until that shotgun's available. But it's not too far in when you start to do Liz's missions up there in Bohan that the shotgun will become available. Okay, now this, I think they call it the Abandoned Hospital or whatever. I don't remember the name of this island, but the mission Snowstorm, where you're doing this for Liz, you come out here, it's a big firefight with the cops. There's a shotgun right there at the door. That's probably when the shotgun, combat shotgun, comes available. And it's pretty much my go-to shotgun throughout the game. Alright, so we're off for the assault rifles now. So, okay, right into the main bridge, right in the center is that, and a little bit up you're going to see the where the AK is, and that's right where the shotgun was, what we just saw. Okay, so prior to the assault rifle becoming available, I didn't use it all that much. I tried using it experimentally. It's not long before you get into the three-leaf clover, which is the bank job, and that's when you make a good chunk of money. Okay, right where that combat shotgun was in this abandoned hospital, I love it. There's like a crack whore or something right there. She's all, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm like, what's this chick doing just sitting here? Okay, in the back part of the building, there's an AK. And as long as you got the M4 ready, all you gotta do is just walk into the AK and you'll get the ammo for it. It's definitely one of the nice sides to the game. As far as that goes, like it didn't have different ammo for different weapons. As far as it was the same weapon slot, basically. You got the M4. You walk over an AK. You get the ammo. So that was a plus. Okay, up here, I forget exactly. I don't know if this is a train station or something. One of the random characters you bring into this area catches a bus or a train or something. I don't know. Anyway, up on this upper level is a assault rifle. Right in the center, Algonquin, and it's just a good idea to know some of these places. If let's say you're in a firefight and you weren't paying attention and you used up all your ammo, right behind the trash cans right here is the thing. Alright, and let's say you used up all your ammo. Well, you'll lose the weapon altogether. Alright, which means you'd have to repurchase it from Jacob or the ammo store. So instead of doing that, seek out one of these weapons, which obviously if the M4 is available, you want to find one of those, collect it, and then go to Jacob and buy the ammo. You know, it'll save you a few grand right there. And then, like, another thing, like I was mentioning, armor, RPG, and grenades. Like, when I was in a mission and I needed grenades, it's like, Jacob's getting 700 a pop for those things. You're like, whew. That's a little pricey in the beginning part of the game, so I seeked out a few of the locations. Okay, this is where we were in one of the armor locations. The docks here, one of Phil's missions kind of is in this area where you're fighting, I don't know if they were Russians or whatever, but anyway, when you're seeking out a boat, I have not been able to find like a location where the boats are always at. You know, you walk up to a dock, there's always a boat there. I'm not saying it's not, you know, it's not there, but it's possible, you know, to find a boat. I don't know what to tell you. But every time I've been down to this dock, there's always a few boats that are swinging by here, mostly this slow-ass sailboat. And the only way to get to this RPG is via boat. Now, you might be able to, in a little bit, I'm going to show you, you don't even really need to get to this one. Nico can only hold 8 RPGs, but this is an RPG location. If you happen to be in a boat or you're like with Brucey doing a speedboat thing or something, you know, stop here, jump up there, get some RPG ammo. Just after this location, I'm going to show you like a little routine how, let's say you didn't have any RPGs. Well, I would basically go to the Higgins helicopter, jack a helicopter, and then I got like this little routine that would get you all the RPG you needed without this one here. But anyway, that's one of the RPG locations, although this is about the only time I've ever actually come up here for video purposes to collect it. Okay, a little bit in the armor clips where I was showing you the armor that's in the upper Algonquin area on the right hand side of Algonquin. I said that there was just north of that is an RPG. That was the spot I've gone to mostly because basically I needed armor. I was right there. I would just run up there and grab. You get 3 RPGs, and I would never like use all of them at one time. So that spot was the one I went to mostly. But I'm going to show you a little routine here with the helicopter. Take you about 3, 4, 5 minutes to circle around, fill up your RPG. And I've also done this for the other add-ons. There's Johnny and his Lewis. Lewis's safe house is right at the north part of Algonquin, and I've already ran up there a few times. I'm going through the Battle of Gate Tony right now to get RPG. So, but as Johnny, I've done this routine as well. Now he's in Algonquin, or I'm sorry, he's in Alderney. So I've ran down to this location as Johnny a few times to get RPG ammo as well. He's also got a few firefights while he's down in this area as well. So now you can land the helicopter on this ship, but I just assume not to do it. All right, because the next the next RPG location, you definitely need a helicopter to get to it. All right, so right at the corner of this upper, whatever you want to call it, bulkhead, whatever, is an RPG. Okay, so got in their helicopter, and this is still in Alderney. I'm going to zing it in the map in here in a second. This building, you can see the name on the building. It's got these 2 little towers at the top. Okay, you need to be careful with the helicopter because if you crash it and it's not flyable, you're not getting off the top of this building. Okay, not this tower, but the other one has got the RPG on it. Nice view up here. Okay, now the one spot that's coming up, it's at the north part of Algonquin. It's also the home of a sniper rifle, but I just bought the one from Jacob. It was like $5,000 for the combat sniper rifle. I just needed it because I was doing the pigeons, and quite a few of the pigeon locations are sniper. You need a sniper rifle for. Okay, so this is that spot that you need the boat to get into, and I just don't see it. Maybe if you flew in there hard, I don't know, you can land the helicopter in there, collect the RPG, and swim out. That's an option. Like I said, he can only hold 8 RPG, so, but I just want to show you that real quick, all right? And this is the spot that I've gone to many, many times. And like I said, it's just at the north part of the Algonquin right there, north of where that armor vest was. I would just run up here, swim out there, get the RPG, get to the roadway, take a cab to the safe house. Especially later when Playboy X's crib becomes your safe house, if you go that way. All right, so that's like 4 locations of the RPG, and you definitely need to know those RPGs because that's where they're just too expensive. I think 5,000 a pop at the ammo store. That just ain't going down like that. So, okay, Molotov cocktails. Only this is the very beginning of the game. I was collecting pigeons, and there's a few spots where you needed an explosive, and I ran back to this spot 2 or 3 times just to collect some Molotov cocktails. But once I start collecting grenades, I've never used them, never once in any of the missions. So the hand grenades are, like I said, they're quite expensive too. They're 1,000 at the ammo store and 700 through Jacob. So knowing where some of the grenade locations are, definitely worth your time to know them. Okay, so you're basically right there. Was it Star Boulevard or whatever? It's the main drag right there. If you kind of remember this spot, while you're off and about doing things, whether it's jumps, pigeons, dating the girls, whatever, you swing in there, pick up a few grenades, and then that'll save you some money from having to buy them. Okay, the one weapon that I didn't really cover in this is the SMG because it just comes at you. There's like no need to ever go looking for an SMG. So the beginning part of the game, Dimitri gives you a free Mac 10 or whatever the little SMG is, and then duking it out with the cops or whatever, the MP5 just comes along. So there's never been a reason to go look for an SMG. So all right. Okay, this little park, like right across the street from where Packy's house is, this little round ball thing, you can't really miss it on the mini map when you're kind of cruising around. Anyway, some of the pigeons will take you through this area as well, but it's kind of distinctive on the map when you pull it up. Anyway, it's a home of a grenade up there. If you're over going to do the missions for Packy and Gerald or whatever, swing in there and pick up a few grenades. Okay, and up here in Bohan, just south of where the armor is this little alley, and there's grenades in there. So if you're going to get armor, just run down that alley and get some grenades as well. I definitely would keep this video handy if you're starting a new playthrough of Grand Theft 4. Doesn't really matter if you're doing the other add-ons as well. These pickups are definitely nice to know. And if the videos are helpful to you, appreciate the thumbs up and subscribing. Alright, now just to wrap this up, I'm going to show you a couple sniper locations. Okay, right here, the north part of Algonquin, right where the RPG is, and just south of here along the coast is where that armor vest is. This tower, but I've never really had to seek out sniper. Now, if you were collecting pigeons or whatever, you needed a sniper rifle, this would probably be the one to go for. It's easy to get. I don't know exactly how much ammo it got for you, but I just bought the combat sniper rifle from Jacob. I bought it and then bought the ammo, and I got mine that way. And you'll never really come across ammo for them. I mean, there's definitely snipers along the way. I don't know, you just run through them, but whatever. This is the location of the regular sniper rifle, or one of them anyway. And then the other location of the combat rifle is on top of the government building, so you're going to get 4 stars. This is also the home of one of the stunt jumps up here. And the only way to get to it is on top of the building here, so you got to do the little routine like you would if you were doing the stunt jumps. I call them unique because that's what kind of used to the Grand Theft, just calling them that, but in this game they're just called stunt jumps. So if you were hurting for money and you wanted to, you come up here and just collect the sniper and then just go buy the ammo from Jacob. Okay, this center dome is where the rifle is. It's like there's got to be a way to get up there. Alright, that's going to pretty much take care of it. Obviously it's not all the weapon locations, but I think it's just the key stuff. And again, armor, RPG, assault, some of the important things. Alright, AA Gamer for Life.